Hey gang, well, once again, it's time for Doc's Schlock, and this time, what you're looking at right there, it's not a joke, it's a real movie. Mexican Werewolf in Texas. Ugh. I really did not think this movie existed. I thought this was a joke. I thought this was supposed to be an obvious parody of the awesome classic An American Werewolf in London. Not so much the sequel, but, which was, of course, American Werewolf in Paris. But this one here, yikes. This movie, how bad can I say this movie is? I don't know. I don't know how bad I can say this movie is. It is bad. The acting is terrible in it. The gore effects are bad. Everything about this movie is ridiculously stupid. And they say that that the werewolf is a chupacabra. I'm going, no, it's a frickin' werewolf. So, how ridiculously stupid is this movie? Well, for one, the werewolf looks more like a wolf man. And it comes out in the daylight to kill, too. So, Sarah, my beautiful, wonderful, beautiful wife, you were right. You know, werewolves are not known to come out in the daytime, but apparently, since I guess the writer and director of this movie saw Twilight and said, hey, if a werewolf can come out and sparkle, why can't we have something like a wolfman do this? Maybe Mexican werewolves are different than American werewolves, I don't know. But this one was just god-awful, folks. The acting was terrible. It was so incredibly, ridiculously stupid. The main female hero pretty much narrates the movie. It opens up with the female hero and her stereotypical dumb blonde slut friend trapped in this in the vehicle that they're in, and the werewolf attacks, goes to freeze frame, and then it goes back to some time ago when all this led up to whatever happened. Goats are getting attacked, a dog gets attacked, people are getting attacked. The daytime, the nighttime, it doesn't matter. This thing wants to attack. And it wants to eat and kill and kill and eat. Anybody in this movie recognize? I seriously freaking doubt it. I really don't. I just couldn't stand this movie. It was so badly acted and badly done, and it was like this movie just has to be done in a minimal amount of time, and it was just so god awful. I mean, you know, again, I thought it was supposed to be sort of a spoof or a parody of the American Werewolf movies, but no, this is a movie that stands alone, and it should have not have been made. Mexican Werewolf in Texas. Don't expect anything great out of this movie because there was nothing great about this movie. It was just bad. It was god-awful. Is there anything to like about this movie? No, nothing! Unless you're some lonely, perverted guy who likes the part where the dumb blonde flashes the werewolf to try and do something. And even I thought that was stupid. So anyway, the end comes, and it turns out our female hero and her boyfriend, which, you know, I always thought that if you're a wolfman or a werewolf in these horror movies, if you get attacked by the werewolf and survive, you become the werewolf. Well, I guess not. Because towards the end of this movie, our female hero and her boyfriend, in which her boyfriend is showing a scar on his face from the werewolf, well, he doesn't become a werewolf. Before the end of it, the female hero winds up running over the werewolf, chupacabra, wolfman, whatever this thing is supposed to be, about 5 or 6 good times, and it's believed to be dead. But no, it's not, because the girl and the guy are getting ready to live a new life somewhere else, and what happens? The werewolf, chupacabra, wolfman, non-sparkly thing tries to attack, and the movie ends. Mercifully, it ended. An hour and a half of a waste of time, and a waste of good film. Mexican Werewolf in Texas. Don't buy it, don't rent it, don't have anything to do with it, because this movie was just absolutely god-awful. It was terrible. There was nothing good about this movie. Again, it just seemed like they got a bunch of local people to be in the movie. They said, hey, you want to do a horror movie? And everybody just said yes. Another dumb part of this movie was that the father of the female hero tries to dress up like a werewolf, and his costume is so obviously bad and stupid and ridiculous. I mean, you could tell it's just some guy in a furry wolf suit, but apparently he gets shot at and somehow survives after getting shot at and attacked by the whatever this thing is. So if you see it, avoid it. Avoid it at all costs, please. You do not want to have your brain melt into soup after watching this, because that's what you're going to feel like this is going to happen to you after watching this big pile of crap. So, for this edition of Doc Schlock, hope you enjoyed the review. If you want to subscribe, please do, and leave a comment below and let me know what you think of this review, or if you have seen this movie, because if you have, God bless you. Stay strong and rock on.